The world famous Butch and Bob Show.
World famous Butch and Bob Show here on WIFO 105.5 FM in Jesup, Big Dog Country Radio. And Bob, how was the visit with the family?
Had a great time. It was fun.
Got to watch a niece graduate, is that right?
Yeah, niece graduated, 7-year-old birthday party. A lot of time in the pool.
A lot of time in the pool.
Had a good time.
Had a good time, the fam up in Atlanta.
It was good.
All
Up in
right.
Roswell, Georgia, nice city. Yeah, had a good time. Had to fight that traffic Friday.
Was the traffic bad?
Yeah, I mean, once you hit McDonough, it was bumper all the way
All
to
the way from
Atlanta.
McDonough, yeah.
It was crazy, but it was okay.
You made it.
Safe
Made it
trip
there,
back.
made it back.
Yeah, it's good. A good time.
Okay. Well, we've got a guest in here this morning on the world famous Butch and Bob Show. Who do we have, Bob?
We got Director Lamar Eccles in again. District play begins Friday, June 7th. So it's a week from Friday. Is that correct? So, that's correct. But all the All-Star teams have been selected, and I understand there's been a lot of All-Star teams this year. So he's got all the information. So we'll just let you run down all the teams, coaches, players, and appreciate you coming in and giving us all this information.
Well, thank you, Bob, for having me again. Like I said, this is a busy time of season. You know, we got baseball and softball going on. We also got golf, tennis, and swimming, and I get to that in a little bit. But yes, we got all our All-Star teams picked this year. Matter of fact, we have 11 All-Star teams. That's the most we've had since I've been here, and I think that's the most we've got in the district this year. They've been practicing. Some of them's played some scrimmage games. They had a rec tournament this weekend over in Baxley, Georgia. We sent all our pitching machine teams over there. All of them did well. You know, some of them's first time playing, you know, get the jitters out, but that's what this tournament was about. But we had a couple of teams place in it. Our 8U boys finished second in it. They did a real good job. That was Brennan Herring in that bunch. And then our 10U girls with Sean Peak, they finished third. They run out of gas a little bit. They got a little hot over there on them. But our 10U boys won the whole tournament over there. They take first place in it. But the amazing thing about that, they were scheduled to play Friday night on graduation night. A lot of them couldn't make it, so they forfeited. So they come through the losers bracket Saturday and blistered everybody and won the whole thing. So they had to play like 7 games. I think they got some bad weather because, like I said, our tournament here got canceled. But I think they got in some bad weather. But I'm proud of all the All-Star teams. Like I said, it was just a warm-up tournament to get them prepared. And also tonight we have some scrimmage games at Ben Park. Our 8U girls play at 6, and then our 10U girls play at 6 and 7. And our 10U boys play at 6 and 7, and then our 12U boys play at 6 and 7. And then also this weekend, Baxley's got the live pitch tournament, so we'll be sending all our live pitch teams over there to Baxley this weekend to get them some warm-up games. So they ought to have plenty of games and practice under the belts before this district starts. But like I said, the district starts here. You know, we hosting the girls here. We got 8U, 10U, 12U. And 14U girls. The district just informed me the other day, or the state did, that we're taking 2 teams to state in each age division. So number 1 and the first and second place teams will be going to state, except for 14U girls. They only taking 1 team in that. The boys will be starting over in Waycross. Matter of fact, they start next Thursday on the 6th. I think all our teams play except for one of our 10U boys. So, but it's an exciting time. Like I said, hopefully we can bring home some state championships because we got some talented teams out there. I'm telling you, we got some kids that can actually play some baseball and softball, boys and girls. We got a good set of coaches out there, man. And like I said, I expect big expectations from them. I think they're gonna bring some state championships home. Hopefully we'll win some district titles. And but like I said, it's good to host the girls here. So we'll start on a Friday and it'll end up on a Tuesday. So. We're going to be busy. So I'll be back and forth from Jesup to Waycross and when I get a chance. And like I said, it's going to be a busy time.
Sounds good. You got the list of all the teams?
No, I don't have the list of all the teams, but I can get them to you because there's 11 teams. It'll probably take us a while to read 11 teams off. Yeah. But like I said, we also got golf and tennis starting. Our tennis starts tomorrow in Waycross, and our golf starts next week over in Pierce County. So Then swim starts next Monday also. So we're gonna be busy.
Is that just the regular season, or is that district play for golf and tennis as
That's
well?
just the regular season. Yeah, our regular season starts, and then like I said, our district for golf and tennis, it'll be around July 9th and 10th will be the district, and state will be the 16th, 17th, around there in that, in July. But we're gonna get this baseball done and softball done first, and like I said,
How quick the Piranhas start?
I think they start next Monday.
How many kids you think got signed up for that? That's
About 80 kids, I believe it was. So got a lot of swimmers, and like I said, I think we got about 20 golfers, about 20 tennis players. So, we're going to be busy this summer. Like I said, I know there's a lot of interest in golf and tennis this year. When I have my golf and tennis meeting the other night with the parents, I think we're going to have to start playing twice a week because of all the interest in golf and tennis without through the district that everybody's got so many players. So we're going to probably have to do the boys on one day and girls on one day. So we'll probably end up playing 4 days a week with golf and tennis if we can't work it out with the district how we can play this stuff. But that's good because their participation's up everywhere. So
I asked you before we get on the air. I said the county passed the SPLOST. Part of that SPLOST referendum was a community center with a gymnasium and an indoor pool. So how soon we see construction on that, and where we at on that?
Hopefully pretty soon. I think we got to go through some. I think the commissioners want to ride around and look at some more pools and some gyms and get an idea of what we need here, what's going to fit us the best here in Wayne County. I really hadn't heard of a start date, nothing like that. But like I said, I'm presuming in the next year or forward this year's out that we'll start breaking ground on something out there.
And the location's already set, right?
Locations, like
for
I said,
people familiar with that ballpark. So where's it going to be located at?
The location that we wanted at the rec department, we want to keep everything together out there. So we want to put it right there on the corner of Henson Mosley Road and Soccer Way, right across the street from the EMS to the ambulance station. That's where the old bog pit is, and we got plenty of area there for parking and whatever we want to do. So that's to be the ideal spot that the rec department wants to put it at. And like I said, I just like to keep all this stuff together. I don't want to go across town to do this. The plans years ago had it right there, so that's where we want to keep it at. So
I got you. Well, I said you'll be a busy man.
Oh, yeah.
So it starts in Waycross on Thursday, not
on
Friday. Thursday. The June 6th is the start.
June 6th starts here in Wayne County. So like I said, we'll be busy, and like I said, we got golf and tennis in between these things too. So it's going to be we're going to be doing a lot of traveling. We're going to be everywhere, with these kids this summer. But like I said, it's going to be fun. It'll keep it going, and I know it's going to probably be hot also. So
the weather's already for sure.
Summer.
Yeah.
This summer is
I knew it was hot this weekend.
It's going to be 90 and sunshine. It's going to be hot.
I was joking with my sisters, this time of year anybody can be a weatherman. Sunny, hot, and a chance of rain.
Yeah. So, but like I said, we're excited with our teams. I know, like, we got a bunch of teams, and like I said, I think all of them can compete. And like I said, our goal is now to bring home these state championships, and I think we got several teams that's got the capabilities of doing this. So
you mentioned you got practice games tonight at the
yeah,
ballpark.
we got practice games tonight, and like I said, they also got some practice games this weekend. So everybody should get everybody should get a lot of practice in, and then practice amongst themselves, and we try to get as many scrimmage games as they can. So like I said, we'll start out there tonight. We got Alma-Bacon County coming to town tonight with their little all-star team. So we'll see how it fares out, and like I said, just get them many games we can get them and get them prepared to start playing district.
Yeah, and when they win district, the goal was to get to state. What are some of the state destinations? Do you have those destinations?
I think some of them. I think the live pitch boys in Statesboro, Effingham County's hosting them. The girls, I think the furthest place we got to go is like Moultrie, and that's the 12U girls. But all the rest of them's in the area. Effingham County, Coffee County's got the 12U girls, I believe. The 14U girls go to Moultrie. They in this area. Statesboro and Effingham County's got most of the live pitch and machine pitch games. So,
were you hosting any state events this year? No.
I didn't. We didn't. Like I said, we didn't have a 17 and under girls this year. They other obligations with some of them, so we didn't have enough to really actually make a team. So we had to give the 17 state up, and I think Jeff Davis took it over. So, but no, I'm not hosting those states until soccer season comes around. So,
we'll continue to follow it, and I say wish all these teams the best of luck. We mentioned it last week. All these coaches, they take time off of work and vacation time to do this. Just hats off to all those people that volunteer their time and service, and it's much appreciated. I said, have plenty of Gatorade and water.
And some fans.
Yeah. Get those water bottle electric fans that's got the mist in it,
That's right.
Just soak yourself.
It's going to be hot, like I said, I know, but we got it lined up. We getting everything prepared for our tournament. We got our umpires lined up, and we're going to get our fields in tip-top shape, and hopefully we can bring some of these district titles home.
I just know the summer goes quickly. Like I said, they just had graduation Friday night, but I promise you, August will be here for you.
We're going back to school pretty soon.
Right. So I always appreciate your time, Mr. Eccles. Appreciate you coming in and giving us all the details. So we'll look forward to the district play. Wish all the teams the best of luck in district. Hopefully, as you mentioned, go on to state and win state and get those signs back up on that fence.
Oh yeah, it'd be nice.
You said we have more teams in the playoffs this year. Is it just because more teams were formed? Can you form more teams if you want to?
Well, it's a couple of different things. But like I said, I had more teams in the league this year. I had more participation. And doing two teams, some people don't like two teams, some people do. But what it does is usually you have an older team and a younger team in each age group, and that'll give you a younger team some experience for the following year. So, most teams, I think there's a couple of agencies that got two teams, but we've been doing two teams for about the last 2 years. But this year we did two girls teams and two 8U, two 10U, and two 12U. So that bumped our total up to about 11 all-star teams. So, but I think it works out because, like I said, it gives the younger group some experience in all-stars. And then, when they get prepared for the following year, if they make all-stars again, to find out what it's all about. So.
Right. Makes a big difference.
Oh, yeah.
Makes a big difference to that experience.
Well, you mentioned district golf. So how many kids you got in the golf programs?
About 20.
That keeps growing each and every year. So
we got some kids. We got some state champions back on our golf team. So we ought to make some noise playing golf. And golf's fun. Like I said, it's going to be hot on them golf courses, too. So we got to make sure these kids stay watered up and hydrated and all that because, like I said, it's going to get warm out there. So that's why the district's trying to figure out what we're going to do, how we're going to play these matches, girls, tennis and girls and boys. And we got a mess going on right now, but we're going to shoot for it tomorrow and see how it goes. And if we have to redo it, we're going to redo it. So, but we're going to try to make it safe and get these kids in and out as soon as, fast as we can. We don't want to keep them out there all day, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, still playing tennis. So,
what's the tennis numbers? The tennis numbers up as well?
We got about 20 also. Yeah,
20 kids playing tennis, 20 playing golf. So, 80 swimmers. So it's just good to see the numbers.
Oh yeah.
They're telling how many kids are playing baseball and softball.
We got about 1,400 kids in our summer program right now. So that's baseball, softball, golf, tennis, and all that. So
that's a lot of kids.
Yeah.
1,400 kids.
Okay.
So
it's fantastic. So.
Thank you, Spec.
Well, thank y'all for having me. Like I said, maybe we'll talk again after district and see who's all going to state, and we'll go from there.
So we'll see you then.
All right. Thank y'all.
All right. We'll be back with more of the world-famous Butch and Bob Show in a moment.
The following is an... When further treatment is no longer an option, hospice can provide services to manage symptoms and difficulties caused by illness. Emotional, psychosocial, and spiritual care, as well as support to the families and caregivers, are all part of hospice care. Hospice of South Georgia has been a part of the health community in Wayne and surrounding counties since 1998. The professional yet compassionate attention provided by our staff is unsurpassed. Widely supported by donations from the local population, Hospice of South Georgia is the local nonprofit hospice in Wayne County. Our administrative office is located at 1625 Sunset Boulevard, and Hospice of South Georgia accepts anyone who meets hospice criteria, regardless of their ability to pay. Please call 912-588-0080 to speak with someone about hospice care. That was 912-588-0080. We are your hometown hospice, and we are here to serve you. Hospice of South Georgia, working to add life to your days.
105.5 FM, Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO. We continue on with the world-famous Butch and Bob show here on WIFO. And, Bob, you said you had a local government meeting to go to tonight?
Yeah, Wayne County Board meets today. They said there's bids for that ag facility and ROTC facility.
Board of Education? Yeah.
This past Thursday, and they'll open the bids today, and we'll get an idea how much the projected cost is. So,
Will there be any money left over for athletics?
That's the key. That's the question. The $64,000 question.
It was presented that way. Let's see if it continues that way or things change. So hopefully it'll happen. We'll see. But Bob will be there getting the information and passing along the information tomorrow morning around 7:15 on a local newscast, what happens tonight at the Wayne County Board of Education.
And new board member Kerry Orber stepping right into it, first meeting.
Right, getting right there, stepping into the fire. Hats off to these people who want to serve on these boards, let me tell you. It's a thankless job.
It definitely is.
Yep. Definitely is. But hopefully correct decisions will be made for everyone tonight, and things will move forward.
Yeah. Sad news about Bill Walton, 71 years old.
I didn't. Of course, they don't really talk about him being sick. I didn't know he was sick until I heard that he had passed away.
They just did that 30 for 30 documentary. It was a 2-3 part series, but it's funny how times change. What's the funny story when he played for the legendary Bill Walton, and they won the championship when he was a junior. So he tells the story that he thought that he was privileged since he won a championship. He was a star player, so he let his hair grow out. And John Wooden had that tough policy. He had to have a short haircut. So he rode a bicycle around campus. So Bill Walton shows up for his senior year first day of practice, and he's got the long hair, and he walks out there, and Wooden looks at him and says, "What are you doing, Walton? You can't play with me with that haircut. You need to get a haircut." And he's like, "What are you talking about, Coach? We just won a national championship. I'm a star player." He said, "Rules are rules." He says, "You got about 15 minutes to go get that haircut."
Yeah, rules are rules.
So Walton,
you bend it for one, you got to bend it for all.
So Bill Walton talks about flying his bicycle down, get a haircut to make. That's the way it was back in the days.
Yeah,
they don't have rules like that anymore. Times have changed, but I thought it was just a funny story the way he told it. How he respected John Wooden. Everybody had his respect. He was just a legendary case.
Did he win about 10?
Yeah, he won 10 or 12.
Somewhere along 10 national championships.
He went he had Bill Walton, then he went to Lou Sender.
He had some stars there.
Yeah, he had a lot of talent.
Yeah,
but they dominated back in the days. So.
Mm-hmm.
But Bill Walton, I said,
that's a player from our generation.
He led Portland to the title. He had a lot of leg injuries.
Once he got pros, he did.
Yeah, first couple of years, he just kind of sat on the bench. He had some kind of foot ailment, but they got that corrected. Like I said, he won an NBA championship in 77, 78 with the Portland Trail Blazers, and later in his career, he was with the Boston Celtics, helped them win the championship. So it was nice to see the tribute. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar had a nice message, and so did Larry Bird. Talked about how he was such a great friend, how he was a better person off the court than he was on the court, that he always wanted to make sure everybody was happy. So just a good guy. Bill Walton did at the age of 71 on Monday. And the Ronald Acuna Jr. out for the year for the Braves. That's a big loss for the Atlanta
Didn't you say it was a non-contact
injury?
Running and broke?
It took off from second to third in the game against Pittsburgh and just went down like somebody shot him. So.
How does that happen? I mean, we've seen local athletes that happen that way.
That's what I'm saying. You just
running and suddenly snap.
I mean, ACL, tore ACL. So that's a big loss for the Bravos.
It is a big loss for the Bravos, but man, that's just amazing. Just running and then suddenly just something snaps.
Well, Charlie Morton had a bad day yesterday. Well, they were all excited, packed house. I was listening to him on the way home, but first couple innings, he couldn't get out of the first couple innings. Nationals beat them 8-4. So they play again tonight.
Play again tonight there at Truist Park.
Yeah. But I said it's a long season.
I think the Braves are home pretty much. Yeah, the entire week. They play Washington for 4 nights, starting last night through Thursday, and then they take on Oakland on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday afternoon. How much longer is Oakland going to be in Oakland? Are they moving to Vegas?
That's the word. But,
That's the word.
I'm sure it's like the football team. They can't keep the Raiders there, so they went to Las Vegas.
Well, they don't want to build anything there in Oakland, and the crime rate there is just out the roof in Oakland, and the city council and the county councils out there don't want to build anything, and these days you got to have the facilities to be able to make the money.
Where's Al Davis when you need him?
Well, Al Davis's team is now in Vegas. His son's running the Raiders there in Vegas, and looks like the A's may end up there or somewhere because they're just Oakland. You just look at all the reports from Oakland; they're just falling apart out there, man. It's just bad, very bad. Bad crime, homelessness everywhere.
Sad.
City and county councils don't enforce laws and don't want to help toward any venues or anything. It's dying across the bay there from San Francisco. Looks like, Bob, but maybe things will change. I don't know. It doesn't look good though.
As I say, California, the state of fruits and nuts. It's crazy out there. Crazy California.
Yeah, but Oakland's really bad right now. Yeah. There's good parts of California, but boy, that Oakland's that's a whole different area there. It's bad. What else is going on, Bob? You got the Board of Education meeting tonight. Anything else happening this week?
Well, we should get word from the GBI and Sheriff's Department sometime today. Again, they've been investigating that sad, tragic story that occurred 2 weeks ago now.
Almost.
That was on Wednesday, but anyway. No, Bush's funeral set for this weekend, but
so they may have a break in the case. They may announce today.
Right. We should have something today from the GBI and the Sheriff's Department. So I said they had to wait for that autopsy report to come back, but I understand they got that over the weekend. So we're expecting an announcement sometime today from the GBI and Sheriff's Department on where they stand and what's taking place in that sad, tragic story. So as soon as we get that from the GBI and Sheriff's Department, we'll pass that along. But I said it's just a real sad story.
Yeah, it is.
I was telling my sisters about it. They always ask, "What's going on in Jesup?" And I said, "You don't want to know what's going on." I said, "Make sure you know who your kids are hanging with and who they're with." It's just a tragic story. Just doesn't look like it's going to have a happy ending.
Well, it's not a happy. No.
I mean, I'm done.
There's no happy ending to this thing in any type of way.
I just think the news is going to get worse before it gets better. Is what I'm saying.
Well, what you're saying is the fact the news. You think it's bad now? It's going to get worse.
Yeah, there's some other kids. Okay. I think some charges are going to be filed against juveniles, and we're waiting on an announcement from the GBI and the Sheriff's Department.
What about the shooting in Scriven last week?
Sheriff's Department says they're not getting any cooperation at all from, so they don't really have much to go on.
No one's wanting to say anything at all. They want to be quiet.
They don't have anything.
I don't know nothing.
That's
what they're getting?
They're getting no cooperation whatsoever, and there's different stories about what actually took place and whether the shots were fired inside the home or outside the home. So the sheriff says it's a mess right now, and they don't really have much to report.
Okay. Well, I'm sure the investigation continues on. All right.
If we get something, we'll pass it along.
Yeah, we'll pass it along.
But right now, we don't have anything.
Sheriff's Department.
And the graduation, I understand, went well. Congrats to all the graduates this past Friday.
Yeah, congratulations, class of 2024. Now got the diplomas, ready to go out there and conquer the world.
Yeah. Got a couple of banquets next week. The baseball banquet set for Monday, June the 3rd, and the golf banquet set for Wednesday, June the 5th. So looking forward to the two banquets next week.
That's right. Hand out them hardware.
Hand out the hardware. Should have the all-region baseball team shortly, too. They haven't really announced that yet, so I'm sure there's a lot of players on that all-region team. So since we get the announcement from Coach McDonald, we'll pass that information along. Should have that this week as well.
Okay.
As they name those all-region teams.
All right, Bob. We're out of time.
Okay.
All right, the world-famous Butch and Bob Show here on WIFO 105.5 FM in Jesup, brought to you by O'Quinn & Associates, Murphy Builder Supply, Van's Barbecue, and First Southern Bank.